Hi guys, so I'm going to do this again because a couple of you are asking multiple questions about did I use soap or whatnot. So I guess I didn't include that in my last video. So what I did was the last video that I did this wool felting with, I just kind of winged it because I had seen tutorials on it and I didn't have all the supplies like the bubble wrap. And so I just did it with freezer wrap. I bought bubble wrap this time at my local UPS store, and I think it was $4. And I re-rolled my brown blanket or the wool felt that I did, and it turned out a lot better than just using the freezer wrap. So I definitely recommend getting the bubble wrap only because it has, you know, pockets in it, and so that way the felt fibers can get all through and it can kind of interweave itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another one. I have 100% organic wool from a vendor that I have that she knits and she sells her remnants, and so I bought some remnants a while back, and so anyways, this is 100% organic wool, and I'm going to make another blanket for you guys, but this time I'm going to try to do it more properly. So okay, so here we go. Hope y'all can see. Okay, so as you can see, I have my towel and then I have my my bubble wrap. So I just cut it. I'm doing smaller blankets for my my baskets or like a bump blanket kind of deal. So what you want to do is you want to find, okay, so here's my wool. So this is how it is because it's hand spun. And then you have like pieces of the pink in it. So I'm probably going to pull from random pieces, but I don't mind starting with this. So what you want to do is you can't pull in the middle because like if I try to pull this, it's too hard. So you have to like kind of break it and start pulling at the ends, and whatever you get off, you get off. And then you want to layer it as close as you can on top of each other. This is kind of like really thin, but if you got the roving wool, it's a lot thicker, like wider, so it could be a lot faster if you guys do that. But like I said, I have a ton of this like spare wool that I just used as like basket stuffers, and I was going to crochet it into a blanket, but decided not to, and now I'm using it for this. So everything happens for a reason. Okay, so you're just layering the first layer side by side. So you can see like this one is like imperfect. It's not just all, you know, thick fluffy wool, but I'm okay with that. If you're not okay with that, you can literally just, like some people pull it off and then just stick it to the side. I'm totally okay with that. That's just an extra fuzz. That broke off in general. So this might take me a lot longer than the other one because this is like totally breaking apart and it's like super thin, but it might turn out beautiful in that case. So I'm just gonna keep going with it. Hopefully it will like link together really good because it's super thin. So you want to get it though the same consistency. That's one thing that I'm 100% with, is like you want it to be the same thickness all around, because you don't want, like, you don't want to put this tiny piece here and then it has like a gap. So you want to put it as close as possible, if not on top of the other one, so that way it kind of overlays it, and then you can keep going. So I'm just going to turn this one around, fluff it out a bit, put it there. Let's keep going. Okay, so you can see I'm starting to get into like the pink layer. This one may take me a lot longer than the other one because the other one was so much thicker. See, I actually want that on the sides. My other one, I love the like the frill edges of it, and when I rewrapped it and like did it in the paper, it ended up losing the sides, like the side that connects, and it kind of sucks that it did that. But now I know for this time, So then just go with another layer. You want to overlap these so that way the fibers can connect, because once you put the water on and you start rolling it and stuff, it's kind of like your hair. Like if you were to keep like matting and messing up your hair, it's going to get a knot. So basically that's what the fibers do in the wool. It just messes it up, and then you're left with a bunch of knots that look like felt. But it's okay because we're using it on a newborn and it's going to look beautiful. Just sticking these extra little pieces in there just so that it kind of connects with it. I don't even care. I saw a couple of the ladies like throw them away, but they were making like really nice like brooches and stuff like that out of this stuff. So obviously they want theirs perfect. We don't care as much. So let's see. Sorry if this is taking so long, but it just is what it is. I'm gonna start adding some pink in though, because I don't make mine thick. Like if you were making yours really thick, I guess it wouldn't matter if you had your different colors, but but I make mine thin, so that way, like I'm gonna stick these on top of things, blankets or flocatis or whatever. It's gonna be like just like an extra layer that I want it thin enough that you can, it's not so overbearing that you can still kind of get a glimpse of the baby kind of deal. Like a flocati is really thick, and I don't want it that thickness. So keep going. Sorry if you can hear my 4-year-old in the background. She doesn't realize I'm recording. I don't know if it's gonna break off. I told you it was hand spun, so it's literally so thick in these little like twirls that I cannot break it. My suggestion is, if you order organic wool, is that you get like just straight off the farm, nothing touched, and then you dye it. So this little hair in it, I don't want that. Leah. Alright, let's see if I can do another layer. One more layer. I got one kid sleeping and the other won't be quiet. I thought this was the right opportunity to do this. I see a little hair in it, and I don't want that. I don't know if it's like the sheep hair or when she was spinning it. I don't know. Definitely don't want that in there. So here goes some like other colors. See? Now I think what she did was she like tie-dyed it. So like she took it and dyed it and stuff. So it's not all the same consistency, but I'm okay with that because I'll probably pair this with like a cute little outfit and a cute little bow on, you know, a baby's head or whatever that kind of like goes along with it. Let's see if I can make it thicker. This is going to be a lot longer than the last video, y'all. I can already tell you that. So I'm getting like little, these are just like not breaking off so great. So like I'm getting kind of little pieces like this. I'm just sticking them throughout. If I get a good piece, then I'll stick it on the bottom and do another layer. But like, it's not worth me losing the pretty coloring. The fibers will end up mending together and it will look pretty anyways. So I'm just gonna utilize it. If you're making like a really pretty kind of blanket or felt, then I would just put them aside, but I don't mind it. I knew how to pause my video camera or my phone, I'm really doing this for my phone. If I knew how to pause it, I would pause it and just show you guys the end result, but you're just gonna have to go along for the ride. So I have no idea how to do that. Okay, so that one's a lot longer. So you can see it's gonna be like different textures, but you're gonna do another layer on top, so it won't be so bad. Leah, please. Anybody else's kids use that TomTom? Drives me nuts. Sorry, TomTom, if you're watching this. See, like, how it won't just break off kind of deal. Kind of just have to go along with whatever the wool wants from you. Sorry guys, she is going to wake up my 2-year-old and that is not what mommy wants. Anyway, so I'm just layering different pieces now. I'm trying to make it as big as possible, but my wool is super thin. So I don't know if this was the best one to use, but we are going to try to make this work. Trying to get a good size so that I can use it in a lot of baskets, but I don't know if I'm willing to take all this time out of my hands. Let's see if I can get it. Now like I said before, I like scraggly pieces, like a tattered look. I want it to look like wool. I don't want it to look like felt. So if you guys want it to look like felt, you're gonna go like really close together, layering piece by piece on top of each other kind of deal. I don't want it to look like that, so I'm purposely, like, this is my end, I'm purposely making it like tattery. And I gotta grab more wool. Okay, here's more. Let's see, let's get some color in here. I'm gonna cut it. Sorry if you guys can't see everything I'm doing, but trying to get this wool. Like, you see how it's like super thin? Whereas like my brown one was like really thick. See the difference? So just not working out the same. Okay, so next layer, you're gonna go the opposite direction. You're just gonna layer it all as much as you can on top of each other. If I can get it to go. There we go. See, like that's like a small piece. I'm just gonna set it aside. Set it in there somewhere. Now they're like breaking off afterwards. I don't know. Hopefully this turns out right. This one I actually went and got the stuff, but now my wool is not like cooperating. So y'all are gonna have to post on my comments where you guys get your wool, because now that I'm starting to do this, like, this is like, I love this because I can crochet with it, but it might be too thin for this kind of project, and I really would like to do more of these in all different colors, because it just, I love how the brown one turned out. It's just gonna look extra cute. Like, you can put them underneath, like if this was big enough, you can even have like a 1-year-old sitting on it and do like, you know, wood background and just have like a little romper on the 1-year-olds and have them sitting on this instead of like a fur rug or whatever. I mean, it's the same thing, but it just has a different texture and look to it. Can't get this one. Gotta cut where thing is. These like striped pieces. I'm just gonna start pulling from the fat parts of this wool because I have like look at all this wool and I can't get any of the pieces off. So I'm just gonna start pulling the fat pieces because mommy's getting tired. So this just time consuming, but it turns out really cute. Almost done with this layer. Don't want them that thick. You don't want them like super thick, and if they are thick, like pull them apart so that like you can get the fibers together in the deal. For me to break them apart, I want them thick, but don't want them thick going onto my blanket. Layer it. See how I'm not going straight over here because I have to layer the other side. Otherwise it's just going to fall apart. Kind of just picking the colors I want because I think that it's just some of it's too white, some of it's too pink, and I'm not a perfectionist when it comes to this stuff because like the weirder the better, but I don't want like a whole side just to be white or like too bright a pink. You have to kind of like mix it up. Y'all know what I mean. You guys are photographers. You get it. My husband would just think I'm crazy. Okay. Alright, so then I'm going to do the last one. I didn't do this, but I'm going to try to do one more. If I can't get it, I'm just going to stick a couple extra pieces because this one's obviously just going to be a newborn one. I'm probably not going to use this one for a 1-year-old, but I might ask you guys where you guys buy your yarn or your wool, or get some woven wool and then redo a big pink one. You guys, I mean, like you can literally just buy white wool and then you guys can tie-dye it. So it's just totally up to you. I know that she uses like organic stuff on these and it's like safe on babies. So that's why I buy them, because I crochet wool blankets for myself. When you become a photographer, you find yourself being really artsy to save money, or just because you like to do it. I feel like this is becoming too dark. A couple of white pieces. mauve. I don't know where this came from. I'm just gonna go right there. See, I like that has like that. I probably prefer that on the end, so I'm gonna go against the grain and want to like really kind of open up your fibers. And that's why you use hot water as well. Like if you think about it on your hair, like, or on your face, like when you wash your face, what do you wash your face with? You wash it with hot water so that your pores open up. You want to open up the pores of the fiber, basically. So when we're done layering, you're going to put hot water and some soap. Like you put the hot water in first into your bottle or squirt bottle or whatever, and then just put some soap in there. I'm going to use baby shampoo because I'm using this on babies. You can use whatever you want. If it's organic wool, like has not been touched, has not been washed or anything, I would definitely see what the best kind of cleanser for that is, because us using this on newborn skin is like crucial. You would never want to do a session and then have the mommy say whatever you used on my baby broke them out, or she was allergic to it or something, so so you guys choose what you want to do. But okay, almost done. Just dropped all my like I said, like my top layer, I'm not layering it perfect because I don't want the perfect look on mine. But if you are trying to do this for like a project for your kids or something like that, then you go right ahead, honey. You do whatever you want. But the more you layer it close together, the more it's gonna the more the fibers are gonna stick together. So like that's really thick, so I'm just gonna pull it apart. But I like these little cute curly cues on the end. So break off really good. So we're just going to do it like that. Okay, so let me go get my hot water. See if I can get this right. Let me go get my hot water and my soap, and I'll be right back. You guys hear that? I'm using my Keurig just to get the process done faster of hot water. So I put some soap in there, and you want to just lightly shake it up. Like, see how there's like suds? Unfortunately, you don't really want suds. Sorry, I'm using my daughter's thing, but whatever. You don't necessarily want suds. You just want hot water, and I can feel it coming through, so it's definitely hot. So then the lady, I should have got it. The lady that I watched do this makes them for like a living, I guess. And she had a squirt bottle. Another one had like one of those like squirt bottles that you like pump and then it just sprays all over. It looked a lot better. if I end up doing a lot of these, I'll probably end up going to buy one. But for right now, I'm just gonna use my daughter's little sippy cup thing. So then you're gonna put another bubble wrap on top, or you can put lace. Like I have this lace that I used yesterday. I'm just gonna make sure that it's all saturated so y'all can see, like it's pretty saturated. So what I'm gonna do, let me move this. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna take my towel. My towel's already wet, so it doesn't help. So then you're just gonna roll it, and I'm gonna make sure that the bubble wrap is not wrinkled, because then it'll make your thing wrinkled. But just roll it, and you're just gonna go back and forth. Mix up your rolling. I don't know the proper technique. Like one lady was saying, like rolling on this side for X amount of time, roll on that side, roll this way and that way. I don't really know. Didn't pay attention that much. I don't want it perfect, so I don't care. I'll find out and I'll link it. I'll put it in the comments below. Okay. So here's one side. So y'all can see tape side. Okay, so you see how it's turning out so far. Like it's starting to, and you want to do like a test. Like see how I can't pull up a layer anymore? I don't know if you can see that. It's like all stuck together. That's how you want it. But see, I lost like the frillies on this side. Sucks, but whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna do it on the other side. So I'm just gonna flip it so that both sides get an even. And roll time. Alright, y'all. So what you'll do is you'll go about it and you'll see like how it looks as far as like how intertwined the fibers are, and that will kind of indicate how much more you need to roll yours. So I'm gonna give it a couple more rolls. And what the bubble wrap does is, because it has like the bubbles and then it goes up and then it goes down and it goes up and it goes down, it makes the fibers go in and out. So it like intertwines the hairs of the fibers of the wool, and it makes it stick together a lot easier than you just trying to like rub it. Okay, y'all. So I think I'm pretty good. So basically, what you'll do now is you'll get a bucket of water. I have my sink filled with, I'm gonna fill my sink with cold water, but everybody else had their bucket of water. You'll get cold water. You'll just like fold it like this, or this, whatever, and you just dip it in the cold water, wring it out, and make sure all the soap is out of it, and then just let it dry, and then that's pretty much it. So y'all can see what this one looks like when I'm done. I will post another review video. All right, hope you guys enjoyed.